live. What's good? Y'all can hear me? Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? So today we're gonna be vibing. Probably playing Pokemon. Not probably, definitely playing Pokemon. But I'm not afraid to pivot. You feel me? So without further ado, here's the intro. Enjoy your life. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Make art, watch it blow like Daydara. From the land of the sand, but I ain't Gara. From the sunshine state where we play harder. Meditate on a word like Zenyatta. Don't trip, don't bug, you are not larva. I done give it all to God, man, you can't guard us. This Holy Spirit drip, this not Zara. It's a brand new story, brand new saga.
Afro man, you finish another animation, yo, you going in. Back to back. Back to back. What's the move? Side-eye! Oh! Your wife. Woo! I saved myself. I saved myself by pausing it right there. You check it out? Yeah, I'll check it out. My game size higher than my voice. Thank you for letting me know. I got you. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Huh. Where's the audio coming from? Maybe it's... Is the audio coming from here? Oh, the audio's coming from here. What? This thing has been on this whole time? Bro, this my mic has been on since yesterday. Is this better? Do you still want me to turn the game volume down? Or is it perfect? I'm gonna lie, bro. It's tough, man. I'm so grateful, man. I'm grateful for Impact, man. Okay. Boom. I'm looking up. I got the enemy put up. Fire. Super Saiyan 2. You want a Super Saiyan 2 too? Say Kaioken or that Super Saiyan guy? So I got a question. I got a question, Semester. Are you drawing the character models as well? Or are you? Oh, it's God. That's what's up. You think you turn it down a bit? All right, I got you. Are you drawing the character models as well, or are you like what you call it? Getting models that are already built and then just adding to it and just animating it. Bro, how do I? You animated it from stick nodes? But did you draw the stick nodes, or did you get like did you make did you get a Goku stick node, or did you draw the Goku stick node and then use that? What's good, Curiosus? It's been a minute, man. It was already in bed. And there was a moment where the stand grew more powerful. Was that you? Like he got buffer? Was that you drawing the buff guy? Oh, you made Aura. Okay, got it. Exactly. For sure, I can see that. Man, curious. You had gifted me all that stuff inside of Elden Ring, right? Was it you? I'm trying to remember if I'm thinking of the same person. Did you gift me like a bunch of items in Elden Ring in the past? I'm right here. Let me just walk up. Yo, Afro Man. I haven't figured out how to turn it down. Let me see if I can turn it on in game. There you go. Just turned it on again. Is that better? Items in the game, yeah, but Elden Ring. A long time ago. Oh, what's good, Puffy? I didn't even peep. My bad, Puffy. What's good? So guys, I completed the Pokédex. Not the whole Pokédex. Game's now a nice background to my voice. Alright, appreciate it. This helped a lot. Help me understand. So I completed the Pokédex. The regular Pokédex. So now I gotta complete the Mega Evolution Pokédex. I really want that shiny charm. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be the first time that I've ever got a shiny charm in a Pokemon game. Channel points in, yeah, but items game. Yeah, I was talking about items in game. I just remember somebody but I had popped in and dropped a lot of items in game once, and it had a name similar to yours. But I guess it wasn't you. It's the easiest game to get the. But you was around for that though. You was definitely around for when we was playing Elden Ring. Who's calling me? Nobody. No caller ID? You must not be nobody. How you don't got an identity, man? No personality having self. No identity when you call me. Alright. it grants a very large number of EXP points. My whole party is dead. What's going on? Let me go heal up. Death Knot V1. So you're deaf. Oh yeah, and you change your name. Ah, okay, now I see. Now I know exactly who you are. For some reason, I just remembered the era that you was from. And I remember your name, but I didn't remember exactly. Now all the pieces are put together. Welcome back, Death. How you been, man? What you been up to? Bro, I keep forgetting. I need to heal. So I think what I gotta do is I gotta catch a bunch of random Pokemon right now. I'm gonna go look at Mabel's research and let you know how it's looking. Playing games all the time, that's tough. What do you think has been making you lazy? Why are you choosing laziness? Like, what's inspiring that? I caught Diancie today, actually, by the way. It took me forever. Just lazy in general. It's crazy work, man. It's crazy words to say. Words are powerful. Oh, I'm lazy. No, we can be, though. We're human. But I think oftentimes when my laziness comes from, like, looking for, like, avoidance of pain or something. Doubt. Okay, all you birds are getting caught. I need a new Pokeball. See there, I said I need to catch 50 flying type Pokemon. So all y'all getting caught. It's a Pidgey-Ring. You got nothing to do than everyday things. Understandable. My life is not like that. I feel like I always got something to do. But that sounds beautiful though. Nothing to do with some everyday things. I guess my life is the same in a way. If I do it every day, it's everyday things. It's every day, every hour. I feel like it's a High School Musical just kicked in me. It's every day, every hour. Give me the power. Give me the raw. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a random lyric. Okay, here's the issue. I don't have no more Pokeballs. I don't want to keep catching them though. And since I'm paid, they made me jogging, man. I got that ranking, man. Alright, it's time to go back to the Pokemon Center. Alright, look, I'm gonna show you Mabel's research. This is what I gotta do to get to the Shiny Charm. I gotta complete her research. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 levels away. So I gotta fulfill the Mega Evolution Pokédex. And then it's just random catching Pokemon. Catch Fire type, Water type, Electric type. You gotta catch like 50 of each one. Like, I'm about to just run around random spots and we just gonna scoop everybody up. Winning Pokemon battles. And then I heard you gotta win 1,000 battles. Yo, Afro Man, I'm thinking we should watch another like Impact video, Impact Ministries video or something like that. You got any recommendations, man? Learn how to get mods for Ultra Kill. True. What are the mods? What mods did you get and what they look like? Semester, you still here? I'm gonna go 100 Great Balls and 100 Ultra. Yeah, if you want to cut down your laziness, lower the amount of time you spend in a game, I agree with that. But also, you don't want to replace it with something else. You gotta keep cutting back everything that's a distraction until you face what's holding you back. You gotta make time for stillness, journaling, time with God. Stop doing the things that are distraction, and then boom. I think it should be a motivational video. Like, what does motivational mean to you? I don't really like motivational videos. I like educational videos that motivate you, because you realize how possible things are after being educated. Yo, you dropped a whole mod pixel zeros and ones in the chat. Oh my gosh. Hydraxis. Off that Hydraxis. Hydraxis. Eternals. Alright. We gotta just walk in this and just catch everything. Give me that. Let's do a video on laziness. I like that. That's very direct. I feel like that's what you was talking about anyway. My bad if I got philosophical. Alright. I'll catch a couple more Pokemon and then we'll watch a video on laziness. Look at me just going through it. Rah! Come here. What do you think you're doing? Alright, you know what? How you miss? Just... Rah! Bro, Pikachu, you're level 54. And you can't beat this level 32. Put you in there. Alright. 48 out of 50 flying. That was point blank, Pikachu tripping. Get in here. Get in the box, Tuna. Marketing and financial accounting. Financial accounting and marketing. What? How you gonna hop out the ball? You must want to get caught. What if I caught a shiny Pokemon by accident? What aspect of marketing are we talking about here? This game is fire. It's fire. Oh, the death count is up. My bad. That's from Sekiro. Financial literacy is super important. So I'm asking like marketing and financial accounting. Because I feel like there's different. I'm asking about like what's specific because there's so many aspects to each one of those. Because if you say financial literacy, I think okay, like how do I understand what's going on financially? If I say financial accounting, I'm start thinking about like counting money and budgeting a little bit more. And then marketing is like, well, we can go psychology, or we can go the psychology of marketing, or we can go to how to make a great video that reaches tons of people. I mean, that works. That works. You can say there's nothing wrong with what you said, but I'm just asking to help me understand what you might want or need, or give me ideas. Appreciate it. Pikachu, fire him up. Spark that boy up. Put the Pokemon in the bag. Put the Pokemon in the ball. How are you still here? Used to create customer value? What does that mean? You mean like to create value for your customer? When I hear marketing, I think how do I get what I have in front of people? When I hear branding, I think of how can what I get in front of people help them understand what I'm about in a way that it sticks in their mind, so that they build trust because they know who I am. So marketing, you're talking more about the strategies used to create customer value. Yeah, give me a definition of marketing, please. Help me understand. Great. Got it from Uni 5. We playing Pokemon and talking business. I like it. Get in the ball, bitch. Get in the ball, bruh. You mine now. You too, man. Get in the ball. You're mine now. You gonna stay in that box, you dig? Okay. Alright, man. I'm here to sweep the whole block. Everybody's getting caught. You getting caught? Who else getting caught? You getting caught? Get in there. What? There you dodging. You getting caught? Get in there. You getting caught? Get in there. Put it. Oh, he got some spunk. He got some spunk. Let's see if he got some spunk after I hit you with that taser. Pikachu, spark him up. Spark him up. Pikachu, hit him with that. Pikachu, hit him with that iron. Get the ball. Marketing is the activity set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners in society at large. Okay, so now I understand more what you mean by creating customer value. Right? So by this definition of marketing, if I were to try to simplify it for myself in my head, it'd be like, I have an offer that I believe people, yeah, it helps, that people would value. I put it in front of somebody's face by communicating to them or delivering to them or just however. And that's it. But the process of putting offers in people's faces, basically. Like, for example, but anyways, what mostly helps me, it says exchanging offerings that have value for customers. Your question was about the strategy used to create customer value. So that gives me different ideas. There's different levels of the stage of marketing. So let's take a piece of content. This is for me, by the way, and us. I think it might help us, both of us. Let's say I have a piece of content. I could just drop that video and be like, hey, I have this for you. Come buy it. I can teach you how to get rich, buy this product. Or I can teach you how to save money, buy this product. Or I can say, hey, if you budget your money by doing X, Y, and Z, you'll be able to get more money because your budgeting will allow you to invest in this way. And that might not be something you never heard before, so that would be valuable for you. And you'd be like, if you want to learn more, you should buy my full-fledged course on financial literacy. So what I did there was create value I made the ad valuable in itself. But then it's like, okay, if it's about the offer, how do I make the offer more valuable? It's like, well, number one, entrepreneurship is asking questions, listening to what the people actually want, and giving it to them. Or you can take it a step further. You could list your product for hire, and then when there's times of sales, you make a discount, and then you created more value perceptively. Or you just add more stuff. Instead of me just selling a shirt, I could add a CD, a this or that, and all into the offer. There's different ways of creating values in the offers. So I guess I kind of want to know, do you want to understand how to make your offers more valuable? Or do you want to understand how to make your marketing more valuable? And when I say like more valuable, not as in more valuable like you get more sales, but like more valuable for your customer. Like the medium of you want to know how to make the medium of delivery more valuable for your customer, or do you want the things that you offer, learn how to make the things that you offer more valuable? And if that even makes sense to you, let me know. Your marketing value? Okay. So basically, like, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. It is nuanced. I would always say like the best thing you can do is make the means of delivering the offer, the marketing, something that's like the offer itself but free. You feel me? You're thinking about making an order versus Muda Muda animation? Go ahead, Semester. Welcome newcomers. Thank you, Curious, for welcoming the newcomers. Shout out to them. Love y'all. Okay, we could look up some videos on that. We'll look up a video on laziness to watch together, and then we'll watch how to create more value while in marketing, or marketing value. When it comes to being like as a business owner, your marketing value probably comes from like being able from different things. Like how good is your copywriting, right? Like your ability to communicate, first off. How good is your ability to make the actual way that you're communicating valuable? Like I feel like you always should be asking questions, like make it engaging and making things valuable for the other person. Like you should be like giving up. And it's so many ways. Like you could focus on getting better at communicating the benefits of having the product. Like you could get better at like, oh hey, this product, instead of saying what it does, like, oh, this will clean your back, you can talk about how, instead of like, this will clean your, this back scrubber cleans your back and makes it all fresh and clean, you can talk about like how amazing you're gonna feel walking around in the street and knowing people see your smiling face because of, they're like, dang, you getting women are coming up to you giving you their number because of how fresh and clean you are after using this. Like people understand the value of it. It's like, oh, this is what comes from doing this, instead of just talking about the proponents of it. But that's almost sales. You definitely have to do this. You definitely gonna have to do this research on your own personal time. I mean, we could watch something, but like I said, I'm not really the educator. I'm just giving you my perspective. But we could watch something together. But the full research, for you to master it, it's gonna take hours and hours and hours of your own time. Just like it took me hours and hours and hours to learn music in my own time. All right, let's go. You need to figure out what you want exactly in marketing. That's a fact. It's important. All right, let's go. Let's do it. What we looking at first? Laziness. All right, let's watch a video on laziness. Let's see what. I don't know if I want to watch this one. How to overcome laziness. Is that what we want to look for? All right, we'll go here. how to increase marketing value, because you definitely can like learn how the psychology of marketing, and that would increase your value as a marketer.
Every product that exists on the marketplace,
Let's see what this guy has to say about it real quick. I'm kind of like on this
you
topic.
can
in my
find
mind.
a better version, a more version, a cheaper version, a fewer version, a cross-sold version. You decrease the cost of goods, you get them to buy more of them, or you increase the price. Those are the ways that you increase LTV. Every product that exists on the marketplace, you can find a better version.
He's talking about increasing the lifetime value of a customer, like how much they buy over the years, over their lifetime, each time you get a new customer. It'd be easier to know like what did you want to market, like you said, like,
And there's no.
cause it's not that complicated. It's like, bro, like what you got, what do you want to offer, and what you want to put inside of people's face. The marketing behind diamonds. Your idea of marketing is coming up with impossible ideas. The marketing behind what about the marketing behind diamonds is impossible.
So you learn how to die.
All right.
Old man who's about to die, and
Because the marketing behind diamonds is what's good, Orca. Like you want to come up with creative ways to get people to learn about an offer. Like ideas is like, dang, how did you think of that? Orca was good. All right, man. I'm gonna watch this video. We watch this video on laziness real quick. It's a 20-minute video. You ready? Let's go.
death is something that I think a lot of us should think about more often.
Dang.
Death is something that I think a lot of us should think about more often.
Dang.
One book that I absolutely love is called Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. And it's about an old man who's about to die, and he teaches his students some final lessons about life. And one of my favorite quotes in the book is, "Once you learn how to die, you learn how to live." And the idea is that when someone realizes they're going to die soon, they start spending their final moments doing things that matter. So this man pretty much says, what if we can live with that mentality now while we're healthy instead of waiting until death is at our door? And that's where this quote comes in. Once you learn how to die, you learn how to live. I just feel like in today's day and age that many people spend a lot of time on their phones, social media, or games. And I might be wrong, but if you were on your deathbed, would you think to
asking ChatGPT to
Hold
write
on.
your emails, you're already behind.
True about how De Beers manipulated the price of diamonds. What, like scarcity?
Let me show you what the experts are actually.
Ladies, you're not going to like today's. And its central selling tree, and now keep them 11. Bennett White.
to yourself,
All right, got you. I'm gonna continue this video. Let's get back to it.
I wish I spent more time in my life scrolling through Instagram, or I wish I played a few more hours of my game. Or would you wish you have traveled more? Or would you wish that you spent more time with your family or friends, or that you accomplished more with your life? Or would you wish that you went further in your walk with God? You see, the Bible says that life is like a vapor and that it'll pass quickly. And a sad reality that many people will face one day is them realizing that they wasted much of their life doing things that don't really matter. I personally think that laziness is the killer of life's most precious commodity, time. So if you're someone that no longer wants to waste time, here are 7 steps that will help you defeat laziness in your life.
Hey Impact family, thanks for watching our videos. If you haven't already,
watch
please
this.
consider liking and subscribing. And if you're interested in supporting our channel further, you can click the Become a Member link in the description below. For For the price of a coffee every month, you can support the work we're doing to bring kingdom content to people all over the world. Lastly, we're proud to announce that for a limited time only, we have just dropped some new merch. We're calling this Impact Chotozutsu. I love this because in Japan, where some of our team lives, this phrase can be translated little by little. The goal is to remind people that in order to make an impact on the people around them,
Man, I'm
they
finna
need
go to
focus on
Japan. We
taking
finna
small
team
steps
up with
in their walk
Impact
with God. Unlike some of our
Ministry.
other designs, we're offering this exclusively in apparel only. And guys, let me tell you, those hoodies are really comfy. So get yours today by using the link in the description below or clicking the tag products on your screen now. And if clothing isn't your thing, we still got you covered. We have some great looking designs that look awesome as stickers, pins, magnets, and even phone cases. We're also starting to roll out some of our awesome looking thumbnail designs for various products as well. So be on the lookout for those. Those will be dropping pretty soon. Okay, back to the video.
Back to the video.
Step number 1, find the root of your laziness. Luke chapter 6, verses 43 to 45. For a good tree does not bear bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. For every tree is known by its fruit. For men do not gather figs from thorns, nor do they gather grapes from a bramble bush. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. In this passage, Jesus was teaching a multitude of people, and one of the things that he taught was this tree analogy, and he said that people are like trees. And in the same way that you have good trees that bear good fruit and bad trees that bear bad fruit, there are good people who bring forth good things and evil people that bring forth evil. And the word that I want you to pay attention to here is the word heart. So from the heart can either come good or evil things. So I want you to pay attention to this issue of laziness in your life, and then I want you to think of yourself like a tree. So if laziness is the fruit, where's the root that it's coming from? And this is a deep question that you need to think thoughtfully about. For me personally, there were days where I spent most of it binging anime or playing games. And after I reflected, I realized that that laziness came from a place of my body needing rest. Because for me and my schedule, I'm constantly in meetings and
I do that a lot too. When I get super like working hard, my body kind of forces myself to rest by like scrolling or playing video games or watching anime. But that doesn't really make me rest. It just drains me, but it kind of feels like rest. So yes, interesting thing.
writing and organizing and thinking. So some days I just feel exhausted and I can't muster the energy to do anything. Another time when I get lazy is when I have something incredibly difficult that I need to do, and in an effort to avoid that work, I'll shift to do something that I want to do, like read comments on YouTube or play my Pokemon trading card game. But that's me. For you, you need to consider why you're wasting time. Like me, you might be someone that's working really hard at school or work and you genuinely just need to rest better. Or you might have an unhealthy relationship with your phone or a game, or maybe you're just depressed or you feel like you lack the motivation to do anything. Which, if that's the case, you need to think deeply and ask why you feel depressed. Regardless, the goal for this step is for you to think like a tree and for you to identify the root of your laziness. Because I'd say that it's incredibly important for you to have clarity on what the problem is in order for you to actually defeat it. Step number 2.
Then what about the moment when you actually realize that you're not here by accident?
Tear down altars in your life. 2 Chronicles chapter 14 verses 2 to 5. Asa did what was good and right in the eyes of the Lord his God, for he removed the altars of the foreign gods and the high places, and broke down the sacred pillars and cut down the wooden images. He commanded Judah to seek the Lord God of their fathers and to observe the law and the commandment. He also observed high places and the incense altars from all the cities of Judah, and the kingdom was quiet under him. In this passage, we see that the king of Judah did what was right in God's eyes, and he tore down the altars to false gods. And the reason why I want to highlight this is because King Asa was intentional about tearing down altars that were dedicated to false gods. These altars were established, had pillars, and were loved by tons of people. So note that it was part of their culture and their everyday living. So for you, once you find the root of your laziness, the next step is to start hacking away at whatever is feeding the root. And that root is most likely connected to an altar that's used to worship a false god or idol. And while this sounds to be archaic and something that was done way back then, idol worship through altars is still very much prevalent in today's culture. It just looks different. You see, today's altars don't have idols like wooden or metal figures. Instead, they look like phones, games, or people. I mean, think about it. Back then, people took time out of their day to worship and bow down to these false gods, and they offered sacrifices to them. And today, people give hours of their time, tons of their money, and so much of their attention and energy to things that don't really help them. So if being lazy is something that you struggle with, like King Asa, you need to be intentional about tearing down altars. So let's go through some examples. If your altar is your phone, where you give it a bunch of time, you're probably on it well over 4 hours a day. And you may have an issue with social media or just swiping through memes or binging reels, shorts, or videos. So if that's the case, it might be helpful for you to put limits on your phone and maybe give your passcode to a trusted friend. And if you don't have a trusted friend, I would encourage you to try to make one. And if that sounds hard to do, then try to imagine the end of your life like we talked about earlier in this video. Because either your connection to your phone dies or your goals in life will die. If your altar is a video game and a particular game is taking countless hours of your life, I get it. I also love video games. However, there should be limits. I actually think some video games are healthy because it's a good way to connect to friends and they can be engaging. I'm currently playing the new Pokemon TCGP game, and my wife and I trade cards, build decks, and we battle each other. But we make sure that God, work, ministry,
what a
friends,
dream. Serving God and Pokemon battling with your wife. Oh my goodness.
and family come before it. And we only play for a little bit at a time. And one thing that helps me not be addicted to video games is actually thinking of my own life like a video game. Currently, I'm trying to level up my Japanese. Also, I'm acquiring the skill fitness trainer, and I'm trying to get the achievements, have successful business, write book, and I'm trying to build my Bible teaching and strength stats, and maybe cardio too. And it's fun building a home in Japan with my wife. I like to think of it as a base for missions. And I'm currently trying to convince more people to be missionaries out here, which means that our party might grow. So for you, know that while it might not seem like it, life is better than a video game. It's okay to play some because it definitely is a way to connect and hang out with friends, but don't let them control your life. And I would say that one of the best ways to overcome a video game addiction is to find battles in your life that would actually benefit you IRL. So those are two things that may be altars dedicated to idols in your life. So if the reason why you're lazy is because of depression or because of something else, I would encourage you to consider step number 3, make good friends. Joshua chapter 2, verse 24. And they said to Joshua, "Truly the Lord has delivered all the land into our hands. For indeed, all the inhabitants of the country are faint-hearted because of us." In this passage, the children of Israel were about to go out to conquer the promised land. But before they did, their leader Joshua sent out 2 spies to get more information on their enemy. And the spies came back and told Joshua that the people of Jericho were fearful of them and that God was on Israel's side. And the reason why I bring this passage up is because Israel in the book of Joshua were full of winners. And with Joshua as their leader, Israel was a team that conquered. And something that I found is that when you surround yourself with strong people, over time, you'll grow to be like them. Back when I was in college, I surrounded myself with people who loved God and served in ministry. And as I spent more and more time with them, 1 Bible study a week soon wasn't enough. My weekly schedule on top of work and school was going to 3 Bible studies, serving in ministry twice a week, volunteering for the city once or more a week, as well as going to camps, field trips, or retreats on the weekends. And one of the big reasons why I did all of this was because of the friend group that I had.
If you're
fact,
like
your
me
friend
and you
group
grew up
will have
with
a
this
big
show,
impact.
There's something that you ought to know.
This guy made a whole new series for your kids with cute little squirrels.
And biblicalness.
That's not.
And I know that all of that may sound like a lot of work, but my friends and I loved God, and we were all passionate about our relationship with God and inviting people to our Bible studies. And like Joshua, I also experienced a lot of victory in my life in the form of spiritual growth. So for you, one of the best things you can do if you want to overcome laziness is to befriend productive and disciplined people. Because if you do, Pretty soon, they'll encourage you to be better, and you'll probably start to value the things that they value. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33 does say that evil company corrupts good habits. So if you want to defeat laziness in your life, I would say that one of the best things that you can do is to avoid people who are also lazy and to spend more time with people who aren't. And there's another reason why you should try to be friends with disciplined people, and that's so you can be encouraged by them. I remember there were days when I just felt lazy and my mind felt foggy and I lacked motivation. But I remember that I made it a point to hang out with a friend or work out later in the day. And when I told them how I felt, or just by hanging out with them, I felt better. And I was reminded by their company who I am and what I'm supposed to do. So for you, when you feel lazy, one of the things that you can do that has helped me is to connect with people who care about you so that they can give you the encouragement that you need to keep going. Step number 4, call sin out. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. In this passage, Paul tells Christians not to have anything to do with works of darkness and to expose them. So since we just talked about going to your friends for encouragement, the next thing to add to that is to go to your friends for accountability. One of the things that I learned about sin is that if left in the darkness, it'll grow. So if you're someone that just wastes countless hours binging shows or movies, or you're just scrolling through social media, you need to call it out. This passage here says to expose darkness. And James chapter 5, verse 16 also says to confess your trespasses or sins to other believers, because by doing so, you can be healed. So all that to say, when it comes to your sin, don't coddle it and don't treat it lightly, because you need to call it out and you need to take responsibility for it. And remember what Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. Or in other words, be intentional and serious about getting rid of sin in your life. Because if you don't, your sin will grow and it will destroy you. So before it does, bring it to light so that you can get some additional help and support. And don't complicate things. It can be as simple as a quick text that says, hey, I'm struggling with laziness and wasting time right now. You want to read our Bible together? It would help me a lot. That's just an idea though. Do what works for you. Step number 5, make God your God. Mark chapter 12, verse 30. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. In this passage, Jesus was talking.
By the way, you need people to talk to about the Bible, bro. You can't be by yourself, bro. You might go fast alone, but you go farther together. That's a fact.
To some scribes, and he taught them that the most important command for people is to love God with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength. And I found that putting God first in your life is the key to overcoming any sin. So let's go back to what we talked about in step 2. Remember how we mentioned tearing down altars? Well, these altars are dedicated to other gods. So let's break this down. Let's consider idol worship. You have a false god and an altar. The god is who people would worship, and the altar is where they'd give an offering of money, supplies, or prayers. So when it comes to conquering laziness, you need to pay attention to the altar and the idol or false god. Back in step number 2, we only talked about altars.
Who just typed something in the chat? I know somebody said something real quick. I'm trying to figure out. I just realized it didn't pop up on my thing real quick. It's probably over there on YouTube.
And the idol or
What's good, YouTube? What's good, Mr. Icy? Am I planning on playing more games like Liza P? Yeah. What's good, Breadsticks? Said it looks like Power. Dang, I didn't see you earlier. My bad, brother.
But in this step of the video, I want to redirect your attention to idols. Or in other words, I want you to look within yourself and ask, what are you worshiping when you waste excessive hours? And honestly, for most people that struggle with laziness, their idol is themselves. And they go on their phone to be entertained, and they satiate their lust for pleasure through some avenue. You see, when we're lazy and we rest far more than we should and overindulge to the point where we lose control, what's happening is we become our own God. And all our devices and the media that we consume are the altars that are used to supply and serve us. Honestly, when it comes to social media, I see many people whose gods are themselves, because many of the things that they post are for their own personal glory. So honestly, if you're someone that truly wants to win against laziness, you need to dethrone yourself and make God your God. So should the time come, because it happens to all of us, when you're lazy and all that you want to do is serve yourself, you need to remember that Jesus died for you and that he should be the Lord of your life. For me, one thing that helps with this is going on prayer walks, and it allows me to clear my head, and it helps realign who I am at that moment with who God calls me to be. Oh, and pro tip, when you're lazy, being outside and in the quiet without any devices helps.
In my mornings, when I'm on top of things, right when I wake up, I get up, put clothes on that I already set up from last night, put my shoes on, go outside for a walk, and pray until I get back, and then I read my Bible.
Laziness is like this weird autopilot that tries to keep you smothered with unneeded rest and entertainment. So you have to find a way to break its grip. And that leads us.
My daughter is being treated for leukemia. It hit me hard. It did.
To step number 6, learn to start small. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. I know I talked about this passage already, but it's important when it comes to conquering laziness. And Paul here says that when you walk in the Spirit, you don't do what the lust of your flesh wants to. And when you're lazy, what your flesh wants to do is just play games or zone out on autopilot, doing all these things and wasting time. And the way you combat that is by walking in the Spirit. And the word that I want you to focus on is walk. You see, when it comes to walking, it's easy, or at least should be, and it's easier than sprinting or jogging. So if this verse says that when you walk in the Spirit, you won't fulfill the lusts of the flesh, part of this means that you should find ways to follow God that are easy and simple for you to do. You know, many times we choose not to read or pray because we just don't have time or feel like it. So if that's the case, you need to make your reading and prayer less difficult. And that's why I love prayer walks, because I love walking and all I do is thank God for all the blessings in my life. And when I read, I just read until I find something that stands out. And then I write maybe 3 sentences about what I read and how I'll apply it in my life that day. And most of the time, I only read about 10 verses. And honestly, my time with God is enjoyable and simple. So for you, I would encourage you to find out how you can make your relationship with God a walk. Because as you do, you'll find that your flesh won't have as big of a hold on your life. And finally, step number 7, find your calling. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. In this passage, Paul is telling the church that they are God's workmanship or handiwork, which he created to do good things, and that God prepared those good things for us to do beforehand. And in this verse is my final tool that helps with laziness, and it's me fulfilling my calling in life. For me, God has given me and my team this online ministry on YouTube, and it's one that I'm passionate about. I want our team to grow, and I'm overwhelmed by all these different projects that I'm involved with that could potentially help tons of people. So when it comes to laziness, one thing that helps me is by looking at the work God has for me and then coming alongside God to get it done. So for you, if you have faith that Jesus died for your sins, know that God has a mission for you. Because this passage says that there's good works that he planned. And these are exciting plans that will require all of you. And my prayer is that you grow to have a heart for God and to serve his people with a heart that wants to help. Okay?
Amen.
So if you're someone that wants to conquer laziness, follow these 7 steps. Find the root of your laziness, tear down altars in your life, make good friends, call sin out, make God your God, learn to start small, and find your calling. To close, know that overcoming laziness is no small task. Conquering sin is difficult, whether it's lust, pride, anger, addiction, or laziness. And like all sin, it can quietly invade our life if we're not careful. So, whether or not you struggle with laziness at the moment, let's all be aware of it. And let's work hard for God so that we can tell more people Jesus loves you.
Jesus loves you. That's a fact. He does. Thanks for watching. Anybody have anything you want to share about what we just watched? Maybe about how it may have impacted them. Boom, 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 boom. You shouldn't watch the other video? What do you mean I shouldn't watch the other video? Are you talking about the diamond video? Yeah. I'm already knowing. I wonder why you think that. I just don't feel like the vibe wise. I'm just trying to let that video just sit. And the video gives practical solutions to problem, of course. Yeah, definitely helped. And that's what I was trying to like curious just know, like there's something at the root, man. There's something at that root that you got to get to. Something you got to get to. Put aside those things that
Toei didn't animate this
distracting you. To get to the root. I'm definitely inspired. I haven't since my dad's been in the hospital. I haven't, and now he's dead. I haven't doing my prayer walks in the morning or going to the gym like I used to. So that reminds me, like, I know my next step. I got to get up every day, timely, and just go on my prayer walks. I got to start there. Got to bring that back into my life. Because I definitely feel like I'm walking with God still, but I know that I know what I need to do to take it to another level. You think you try to get a 15 out of 20 from our classes? Awesome. Quick stream, we're just gonna. It's a blessing. God keep bringing me home. Been on the road so. All right. You know what, y'all? I gotta go. Thank you for stopping by. Definitely gotta go. Supposed to be a quick stream today. It's an hour-long stream. Trying to get some rest. I really need it badly. Stay safe, y'all. Take care. Hey, K Bunny. So happy to see you.